What unexpected thing happened while you were getting ready for your reunion? While cleaning out my closet to find something decent to wear, I discovered a stack of thank you letters from students I'd tutored in high school that I'd completely forgotten about, and reading them gave me the confidence boost I desperately needed before facing people I hadn't seen in 15 years. I was dreading my high school reunion because, frankly, I felt like a failure compared to my classmates. While everyone else seemed to have impressive careers and perfect families based on their Facebook posts, I was a single elementary school teacher still living in the same small town where we graduated. 2 weeks before the reunion, I was digging through boxes in my childhood bedroom at my mom's house, looking for my old suit that hopefully still fit. That's when I found a shoebox I didn't remember packing, filled with handwritten letters and cards from students I'd tutored during my senior year. I'd completely forgotten about the tutoring program I'd joined to get community service hours for college applications. Back then, I helped struggling elementary kids with reading and math twice a week after school. It seemed like such a small thing that I never thought about it after graduation. But these letters told a different story. There was one from a second grader named Marcus, who wrote, "Thank you for helping me read big words. Now I love books, and my mom says I'm smart." Another from a girl named Ashley said, "You made math fun, and now it's my favorite subject. I want to be a teacher like you someday." The more letters I read, the more emotional I got. These weren't just polite thank you notes kids were forced to write. They were genuine expressions of gratitude from children whose lives I'd apparently impacted in ways I never realized. One letter mentioned that I was the first person who made a kid feel smart. Another said I helped someone discover they weren't bad at school, just needed things explained differently. The most powerful letter came from a boy named Tyler who struggled with severe dyslexia. He wrote, "You never made me feel stupid when I couldn't read the words right. You said my brain just works different, and that's okay. Now I don't hate myself anymore when I read slow." Reading Tyler's letter broke something open in me. I'd spent 15 years thinking I'd accomplished nothing special with my life, but here was proof that I'd helped a child stop hating himself. How do you measure the value of that against someone else's salary or job title? The last letter in the box was from Ashley's mom, written years later when Ashley graduated high school. She explained that Ashley had indeed become a teacher and credited our tutoring sessions with inspiring her career choice. "You planted a seed that grew into her life's passion," the mother wrote. "She talks about you all the time." By the time I finished reading all the letters, I was crying in my childhood bedroom, but they were tears of realization rather than sadness. I wasn't a failure at all. I'd been making the same impact my entire career. I just hadn't been paying attention to it. At the reunion, when people asked what I did for work, I answered differently than I'd planned. Instead of apologetically saying just a teacher, I said, "I'm an elementary school teacher, and I help kids discover they're smarter than they think they are." The conversation that followed was incredible. Classmates started sharing stories about teachers who'd changed their lives, and suddenly being an educator felt like the most respected profession in the room. But the real surprise came when a woman approached me near the end of the night. "Are you the one who tutored kids at Lincoln Elementary?" she asked. It was Ashley, now a high school English teacher, who'd driven 3 hours just to thank me in person. "You probably don't remember me," she said, "but you changed my whole life.